Please excuse the strong language, but I really need to get something off my chest. Google AdWords sucks. All right, there, I said it. Hi, my name is Ryan Deiss, and I want to tell you a story about why I'm so livid with those fat cats over at Google, and then I want to share with you how I was able to finally fire Google by stumbling upon a new source of traffic that's much bigger than Google, less competitive than Google, offers better targeting, and is less expensive than Google. This is probably my biggest web traffic breakthrough in years, and I made this presentation just for my subscribers and a few friends, and I will take it down very, very soon, so you might want to take notes. Now, believe me, I understand that getting traffic to your website can be one of the most frustrating parts of internet marketing, and to date, your options have really kind of sucked. If you want free traffic, and really there's no such thing as free traffic when you get right down to it, you have to get good at the cutthroat game of SEO, which I for one am not. Or you have to take the chance on hiring a quote-unquote SEO expert, and I've fallen into that booby trap not once, not twice, but 3 times, and I've been ripped off every single time. So SEO for most of us isn't the right answer. Next, you try buying traffic from Google. It sounds like a good idea, but they're so arrogant and self-righteous it's next to impossible to do business with them. As a matter of fact, over the last few months, they have canceled over 15,000 advertisers' accounts and banned most of them for life. Direct marketers, people like you and I, built Google AdWords. We built it. We were the first ones to go in there, and now they spit in our face like dogs so they can save the space for their corporate sponsor buddies. Pardon my strong language again, but screw that. I'm done with it. I'm over it. I've had enough of Google and enough of their games, and I wanted to find an alternative. Now, one alternative that you may be thinking of for traffic is what I call manual labor traffic. These are strategies like article marketing, blogging, press release marketing, social media, podcasting, video marketing, etc. They all work. In fact, they work really, really well to generate traffic, but they can take forever to catch on, and they require consistent daily effort, what you and I call work, to maintain. And so that's why so many people don't bother doing this. It just requires way too much work and way too much time to get up and running. Now, it's a great option if you don't have any money but you have a lot of time, but it requires an intense amount of commitment, not just to get started, but to keep it going. Plus, in the end, who controls where your content will eventually land? I mean, we're talking about article marketing, blogging, press releases, things like that, video marketing. Why are we really doing that? It's because we want to land in Google, right? Well, so now we're still tied to Google, and we don't want that either. And let's say Google goes in and makes one of their algorithms changes that they often do. Literally years worth of work goes down the toilet in a matter of seconds. No thanks. I'd rather have a traffic source that I can depend on, one that doesn't rely on the whims of the Google gods. And lastly, let's talk about affiliates and JV partners. It sounds great. It's free traffic. It's great targeted traffic. But I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but you can pretty much forget about getting someone with a big list to mail for you until you have 1, a proven offer, and 2, a list of your own so you can reciprocate and mail for them. That's the big secret of getting affiliates and JV partners. You need a killer offer, and you need to be able to mail for them. In the end, recruiting affiliates is kind of like going to the bank and trying to get a loan. You won't be able to get them until you can prove that you don't actually need them. Not exactly a winning traffic strategy if you're just starting out, is it? So there you sit. You're ready to sell something, you're ready to start making some money, but you don't have any traffic. Are you feeling kind of frustrated? Don't worry, it's not your fault. And I'm serious about that. I know a lot of people tell you, don't worry, it's not your fault. In this case, it really isn't your fault. And I can say that because, frankly, I was in the exact same boat that you're in until very recently, and I've been doing this business for 10 years. So if an expert marketer like me has felt stifled, you shouldn't feel bad if you've had a hard time getting your business off the ground. But thankfully, a few months ago, I stumbled upon a sleeping giant, and I found the single most bankable source of traffic on the web today. And in just a minute, I'll share this sleeping giant with you. In fact, my new traffic source is the only web competitor that Google has openly said it fears. I mean, think about that. This is the only web competitor out there that Google says, yeah, we acknowledge that they're a competitor. We're kind of afraid of them. And it's probably because this new traffic honey hole gets over 39 billion, that's billion with a B, page views every single month. To put that in perspective, that's almost 5 times the size of Google. And best of all, their clicks are infinitely more targeted than Google's. They have way more inventory than Google, and their traffic typically converts better than Google. Oh yeah, and did I mention that their traffic consistently costs much less than Google AdWords? Are you interested yet? You should be. Okay, so no more suspense. If you haven't figured it out yet, my new source of traffic is Facebook ads. And I'm amazed that more marketers aren't using them yet. In fact, estimates are that Facebook only has 1/20th of the advertisers scrambling, bidding, and begging for clicks than they have over at Google. Think about that. 1/20th the number of advertisers at Google. Now is the time. Facebook has finally matured into a bankable advertising platform. It took them a while, but they're finally there. It's astonishingly easy to use. It's got ultra-targeted and cheap, at least for now, traffic. And best of all, they love direct marketers. They still love people like you and me, even affiliate marketers. In other words, it's like Google AdWords used to be 5 or 6 years ago. That's why I'm so excited about this. I feel strongly that you need to know about this, which is why I made this presentation in the first place. I've made a lot of money online with multiple traffic sources, including Google back when they weren't jerks, but I believe that Facebook advertising is the very best traffic opportunity on the web today, especially if you're a beginner, and I'll tell you why in just a second. Facebook is so easy to use. If you can send an email, you can set up a winning campaign. And if you've ever used Google AdWords, then you're going to be surprised at how easy Facebook is. And it works really, really fast. In fact, you could be sending qualified traffic to your site in a few hours for pennies a click. And between Facebook and Google, they're kind of the only things out there that let you do that. And it works in almost any market. In fact, my ears perked up, and kind of when I first really got excited about this, one of my managers, one of the guys that runs one of our niche businesses, discovered that we could even sell horse training courses and cat urine cleaners. Yes, we sell cat urine cleaners online using Facebook. And we had already tried Google, we had tried Yahoo, we had tried Bing, and we had failed with these particular products. We tried Facebook, and the ROI was through the roof. In fact, there's our Facebook ad in case you were curious. It was an ad for a horse cribbing product that we have. But more about that later. So that's when I knew that we were onto something every marketer could use. Everyone. If Facebook works for pet products, fitness products, which we have, financial products, which we have, digital products, physical products, and everything in between, it will work for your product. Even, and this is a biggie, even if you're an affiliate marketer. So if you've been around internet marketing for any length of time and you remember back in the good old days when you could promote affiliate products and do direct linking and things like that through Google AdWords, those days are here again, only they're here with Facebook. And best of all, the competition is virtually non-existent. In most of my niches, I'm the only advertiser competing in my category. So my bid prices are dirt cheap and the traffic is perfectly targeted and I'm getting to market in a vacuum. And because Facebook lets me drill down to people's age, sex, hobbies, interests, location, education, marital status, and more. I mean, think about all the information. If you're on Facebook, think about all the information that you've given to Facebook, the movies you like, the books you read, things like that. Because I can target down to those ultra-specific demographic information, I only pay for clicks from ultra-targeted, ultra-qualified prospects, so I have very, very little waste, unlike Google AdWords where we have a ton of waste. All this ensures that your ads will only be seen by people predisposed to buy what you're selling, but also that your ads won't be out of context and offensive to Facebook's users. And really, this is an ingenious win-win strategy that Facebook has developed. It saves you money, and their people are happy. They've really figured out something here that Google is yet to crack. And like I said before, Facebook loves affiliate marketers, and as long as you follow their rules, they will send you a tidal wave of ultra-targeted leads and sales every single day like clockwork. Now, speaking of Facebook's rules, that's something that we kind of need to address because the most challenging aspect of Facebook is their rules. The truth is they love their users and they protect them with an iron fist. So we had to learn by trial and error. And by trial and error, I mean we actually burned through 2 Facebook accounts. We had 2 Facebook accounts banned. We were able to recover one of them after talking to them, but we didn't know what the heck they wanted. And frankly, they were really, really difficult back, months and months ago. They didn't tell you what they wanted as much. And so while we were figuring everything out, we broke some of their rules, fell on the bad side of things, and we got 2 accounts banned. But eventually, we figured out what Facebook will accept and what they won't. In the end, Facebook taught me the power of permission marketing, and it's one of the coolest things when you figure it out and you really get it right. And I learned that their rules are a good thing for smart marketers like us. You see, most of your competitors will eventually get around to trying Facebook. I mean, the word's going to get out there and more people are going to start trying Facebook. And when they do, just like us, their accounts will get shut down because they will fail to understand what Facebook wants. Unlike us, though, they'll probably leave and never come back. So this learning curve that most people are forced to go through means there's much less competition. That's one of the reasons that there's 1/20th the number of people on Facebook that they're on Google. The learning curve right now is much, much steeper. And for those of us who take the time to figure out Facebook's little nuances, it's an absolute traffic galore. So now that you know about Facebook advertising, what are you going to do? If you do nothing, you could miss out on what I firmly believe is the future of online marketing. If you go it alone, like I did, I know for a fact that you'll have a heck of a learning curve that could easily cost you thousands of dollars and could get you banned from Facebook forever. And ask me how I know. So I have a question for you. Do you want to get in on this thing with me? Do you want to get in on this Facebook movement? Well, until now, nobody has publicly cracked the code on the largest advertising site on the internet, Facebook. Nobody's talked about it. And believe me, I've looked. I looked everywhere. I looked for books, courses, consultants, anything to help me use Facebook advertising better, and everything across the board sucked. There were old, outdated ebooks and worthless blog posts. That's about all I could find, and the one book on Amazon isn't fit for toilet paper. So I was forced to go it alone, as I've already talked about, which cost me a small fortune. In the last 8 months, I have tested hundreds of ad variations, mastered multi-layer targeting, created landing page templates Facebook finally loves, and I was able to decipher their bidding algorithm. But all told, this cost me hundreds of hours across multiple team members, tens of thousands of dollars, and like I said, 2 Facebook accounts. But in the end, we finally were able to figure it out. And now I want to share what I know with you.